Hello everyone. I kind of wanted to go through the differences between a Saturn 3 and the Saturn 4 Ultra. Both are 12Ks. Both make amazing prints. These prints here, this whole little tray is off of the Saturn 3. Settings are right now 2.9 exposure, bottom 35, 35 on the bottom. The parts came out absolutely gorgeous, but there's no layer lines, no anything on these parts. Oops, sorry. This right here was where I had a hood that I printed. You can see great detail in every part. You look at the alternator, fuel pumps, starters. This is the Scale Speed Garage Slant 6. The blocks, everything looks great. So this is the Saturn 4 Ultra. Guys, there's not any difference. I have a couple of carbs on here. Same setup, same engine, same thing from Scale Speed Garage. I do have a couple of windshield wipers on here from Andre Bezrodny, off of a 71 Roadrunner that I still keep printing little parts for. Again, there's no difference. 12K versus 12K. So, I guess what I'm trying to put forth here is, you can see a little PCV valve down in here. The prints are great on both of them. There's not a ton of difference as far as the prints. I have not made any changes to the Saturn 4 Ultra other than what came out of the box. I think I've said it in all my other videos that I've done on the 4 so far, is the layer height was changed to 2 and the bottom exposure was 32.5. Layer height over here is the same, and the bottom exposure is 35. It's what works best on the Saturn 3 versus the Saturn 4. Let's go over my thoughts. And I'm just a layman. This isn't what I do for a living. I do this for fun. I love what this 3D print community brings to the modeling community. There's so many different things out there that we have available now that we haven't had available ever. You go through and look at Andre's or Black Box's designs, multiple other designers out there. I know that I'm not naming them all, that just add to what we can build, what we can print, kit wise. Back on the printers, you might be able to hear the printers running now. Is a 72 Dodge pickup truck. Not sure there's anything like that in kit form. I know there's a 78 out there that's on the market right now. It's just another repop from AMT, I believe. Great kit. But we don't have a 72. You don't have, there's so many things out there that Andre himself is putting out. It's a great time right now to be a model builder. I've been doing this since 1970. I was 5 years old when I bought my first kit. Lived through all the bad times there and the slim times. And very lucky to see this, come out right now. And I think this is starting to get some of the younger modelers in this as well. So that's always a positive. So kind of going back to what I am making this video for today, and that is it worth going from a Saturn 3 to a Saturn 4 or Saturn 4 Ultra? I purchased the Ultra for the technology. I wanted the camera. I wanted the tilting bed. I wanted to try that. I had been putting that off for a while. I've seen so many of the negative reviews that are out there on the internet about the Saturn 4, and I have had zero problems right out of the box with it. The prints look great on it. No complaints. It is more expensive. Is it worth it? I believe on sale the 4 Ultra is $499. The Saturn 3 is $299. Depends on what you want. It's all up to you and what you want as a builder, as a modeler, as a printer. My honest opinion, it's fun playing with the camera. It's fun with all that extra technology. I wouldn't do it again. I can get just as great a prints off my Saturn 3 as I can the Saturn 4 Ultra. Again, the 4 Ultra's technology and the tilting bed release. I think the Mars 5 just came out with that as well. So it seems to be the technology and where everyone is going. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I see the price of the 4s, whether the Ultra or just the 4. I see those prices coming down over the next couple of years. There are a couple drawbacks to the tilt bed technology. Cleaning the build plate, it's on the 3, it's just taking the build plate out, putting it in the cleaner and taking off. On the 4, you can still put it in the cleaner. Kind of worried about all the connection points, whether you want to get that in between, just the build plate itself. If you want to get that completely submerged, I would never completely submerge the top. I don't even think the new Plus that is out will allow it to submerge the complete top of that build plate. Definitely, you don't want anything in that. Money wise, I would stay with the 3 until the 5 comes out. Hopefully the 5 has a heated bed. It doesn't seem to be a big deal in the 4. It starts out the other day. The print that I was running, it sat all day, and the temperature was down to 68. Within 2 minutes of running, it was back up to 77, 78, and then by the time, 20 minutes in, it was already 80 degrees inside. So I don't think a heated vat is all that great. I guess it depends on where you're printing. I print in a controlled room in the house, so it's usually pretty warm in here during the winter. So maybe that's not a big issue going forward. I would like to see, if you don't have the exhaust port in the back of it, I would love to see the filters back in. I do have the rechargeable filters from my 4K. I still have those, so I can use those, but I'm not 100% sure where they would fit in there. I haven't really looked at that. The camera on the 4 Ultra is fun to play with, man. It really is. You get I haven't built anything tall enough yet to actually set it off. That's one thing. So that'll probably be something I try and do here soon, just to get some time lapse video. But it's cool to sit there and watch the camera while it's building. That's pretty wild. Glad to have that. Again, is it worth the extra money? To me, no. And I'm talking about building someone coming in new to printing. Leveling a Saturn 3 is not hard. Saturn 4, that's plug and play. I have done no leveling to that. I plugged it in, printed the rook right off the bat, made a change to the bottom exposure time, and have had successful prints every time so far. There's good and bad about both. The Saturn 4s, if you want to plug and play something that will take off, man, that's it. If you don't want to spend the time or the effort trying to level your printer every 10 prints or so, the Saturn 4 is where to go. If that doesn't bother you to undo the bolts and level it, which I've had the Saturn 4K, I have a Saturn 8K that's set up for nothing but Resin 1 F80 rubber resin, and that's all that one prints. I level that every 3 or 4 prints just because of how that runs. The other one, the 12K that I have, the Saturn 3, I have no problems leveling that either. Again, I probably leveled that one maybe 3 times since I've had it. I don't do a ton of printing, so that's, don't take it to you don't have to. I don't do a ton of printing. I just bought the 4 Ultra, and I'm printing more than I have for, quite a while just because it's new and I'm trying it out. Again, from somebody that just prints for fun and not someone that, that prints and sells and all that. For me, the Saturn 3 would be where to go. If someone is maybe more technically challenged and doesn't want to go that extra step as far as the leveling, again, like I said earlier, the Saturn 4s are where to go there. Anybody has any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. Like the video if you like it, and if you don't like it, hit that don't like button either. Subscribe. I'm just doing this from a side of someone that is just an ordinary everyday printer. Thanks for listening. Thanks for putting up with the rambles, and I'll talk to y'all soon.